Hello again, and thank you for taking a moment with Mel. June is Men's Health Month, and today we are going to talk about the joy of fatherhood. Some of the happiest men that I know are men that are able to care for and be present in the lives of their children. Even if you and the partner that you had your child with are not together, it is very, very important that your children see both of you working together. It actually sets them up for success. Last week was Father's Day, and by happenstance, I happened to meet two young men that really impacted me at the time, and then they're actually continuing to be on my mind as we go along. So I know that they'll stay with me a little while. One of the young men I've known since childhood and went to a birthday party for his grandmother. And at first I saw a little girl, beautiful little girl, walk in with his mother. And then as soon as he came in, the little girl just gravitated towards him, and she was with him for the entire night. Before I left, we were on the dance floor, and I tapped him on the shoulder, and I said to him, "Are you gonna have a good Father's Day tomorrow?" And he said, "Well, tomorrow is gonna be my first Father's Day." And it kind of broke my heart a little bit, because I know that he not only has a daughter, but he has a son. And they are not just newborns. They've been in this world for, a good couple of years. So with that statement, I knew that something was going on, and I knew that something prevented him from being with his children on Father's Day prior to, the next day that was going to be Father's Day. So just had to say a little prayer for him, because I know that that was a hard situation for him to be in. Now, my second young man that I met last week, Wednesday, when I was in Walgreens getting a card for one of my cousins. And I saw a very handsome young man with a baby in a baby carrier in front of him. So you guys know that I have no problem talking to people. So I said to him, I said, "Is that your baby?" And he said, "Yes, ma'am." I said, "Okay." I said, "Well, how old are you?" And he said he was 20 years old. And I said, "All right." I said, "Do you understand the assignment?" And he said, "Yes, ma'am, I do." And my heart was a little bit lighter, because just based on the conviction of what he said, I knew that he understood the assignment. But I also know that he is going to need a lot of support. So when I got in my car, I started thinking about all the things that I should have said to him. So I'm going to say them to any of the young fathers out there that I can grab your attention. Number one, start reading to your babies early. When they are in mommy's tummies, you start reading to them then, because they need to know what your voice is like. They need to know their dad's voice. They need to feel that comfort from in the womb. They can hear you. In addition to that, once the baby comes into the world, every night, your assignment is to read to that baby. Now, what's going to happen is it's going to start out where you are reading to the baby. But then as the child gets older, then you're going to have them read to you. You also have the assignment of taking your young one or young ones on a walk at least once a week. So if you happen to be in the same household, more than once a week. But if you're not in the same household, at least once a week, you have to make a date to either walk around the neighborhood, or you have to make a date to go to a park to walk together and just spend some time together. That time with dad is invaluable. Again, to my young men out there, be careful who you have children with and when you have children. Children are very, very expensive. And there are going to be times when let's say, if a situation unfolds where, let's say, you are not prepared financially to have the child, there might be times when you are kept away from your child because of the fact that you can't provide financially. So again, make sure that you know who you are having children with every single time you have sex. there is a possibility that you can get pregnant. So be careful who you are having children with and when you are having children, because it is so important for you to be a big, 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 big part of their lives. And I am going to end the way that I started. Some of the happiest men that I know are the men that are able to care for and be a part of the lives of their children. Happy Men's Health Month.